Part 1. The spiritual meaning of fear. Have you ever felt a fear so deep it wakes you in the middle of the night? A fear that isn't just in your mind but in your soul. Tonight we explore the hidden meaning behind that fear, the spiritual message it carries, and why it has been part of us since the beginning of time. Stay with me, because what you'll hear might make you question what is real and what is inside you. Fear is ancient. It has lived in us long before our conscious minds could name it, long before we understood the world around us. It is not simply a reaction to danger, it is the echo of survival itself. A vibration in the soul that tells us, warns us, molds us. From the darkness of the cave to the shadows in our modern cities. Fear has been a companion, a teacher, and sometimes a tormentor. Some fear is obvious, the fear of falling, the fear of fire, the fear of death. But the most profound fear is hidden. It whispers in the quiet moments, it lingers in the spaces between our thoughts, and sometimes it emerges when we are alone. It asks questions we do not want to answer. Who are you when no one watches? What do you hide from yourself? What shadows do you carry deep within? Tonight, as we explore fear's spiritual dimension, consider this: fear is not your enemy. It is a guide. Every trembling, every anxious heartbeat, every shadowed glance carries a message. Listen carefully. What you feel is not just your mind playing tricks, it is your soul speaking. You may find fear in ordinary places, a hallway too dark, a mirror reflecting more than your face, or a memory that refuses to fade. Sometimes fear is attached to loss, grief, or regret. Sometimes it is the awareness of potential, the anticipation of unknown paths. And if you truly pay attention, you may discover that fear is less about threat and more about insight. It shows the borders of your courage, the depth of your spirit, and the places where you have yet to grow. As you listen tonight, you may feel your own fears rising, subtle at first, then more insistent. This is normal. Do not resist them. Instead, let them speak. Let them guide you deeper into understanding the invisible forces shaping your life. Fear, at its core, is a mirror. Look carefully, and you may see the parts of yourself that are most real and most untamed. Part to facing the shadows within. As we continue, consider this: fear is not only around you, it lives inside you, it takes forms you may not even recognize. Sometimes it is a thought, fleeting and sharp. Sometimes it is a memory, heavy and unyielding. And sometimes it is the echo of your own soul warning. You might have felt it before: the sudden chill in an empty room, the racing heartbeat when no one is near, the inexplicable urge to look behind you even when you know nothing is there. These are not accidents. They are messages. Fear speaks in symbols, in shadows, in silence, in the heartbeat that is not your own tonight. I ask you, what would happen if you followed that fear instead of running from it? What would you see if you allowed the shadows to lead you deeper into your own mind? Most people resist, most people flee, but the brave, the curious, they listen. The shadows inside us are not monsters, they are fragments of ourselves, lost, abandoned, or misunderstood. Each whisper of fear is a guide pointing toward a truth we have yet to face. To ignore it is to remain blind. To confront it is to open a door to knowledge, power, and perhaps Liberation. Walking down a corridor dimly lit, your reflection shifting in every surface. Every step you take echoes in ways your ears cannot hear, as if the walls themselves are alive, remembering every fear you have ever felt in that corridor. You are both observer and observed, every thought, every tremor, every hesitation amplified. You may feel your pulse in your fingertips, your breath in the corners of the room. And then, the moment comes, the moment when the fear is no longer an external force, but a mirror. You face yourself raw and unguarded, all pretenses fall away. Every secret, every regret, every unspoken truth, laid bare, and yet in that confrontation there is a strange comfort. For in fear we find awareness, in darkness we find clarity. In the echo of our own trembling, we find the power to move forward. So, as you listen, do not shrink, do not close your eyes, let the shadows teach you. Let them whisper their lessons, because by the end of this journey, when the last tremor fades, you will see something remarkable. The fear that once controlled you is now your guide, and in understanding it, you have discovered the first step toward freedom. Part 3. The door to liberation. Now you are at the threshold you have walked through the corridors of fear, heard the whispers of shadows, and stared into the mirror of your own soul. And here, at this threshold, there is a door that looks ordinary, yet it hums with possibility, vibrating with the unspoken truths that have waited for you all your life. What is behind it? Perhaps a revelation you have long denied. Perhaps a piece of yourself you have hidden, locked away behind shame or regret. Perhaps nothing at all, and yet, everything you ever needed. Fear has prepared you. Every shiver, every pause, every glance over your shoulder has led you here, and as you stand before this door, a quiet question arises. Will you open it, or will you turn away? The brave open, not with certainty, not with guarantees, but with courage there. Courage to face the unknown, the courage to step into the shadow, the courage to embrace what you once feared. Behind that door, the world is not the same as it was. Time stretches, silence grows loud, memories float, and the past and present intertwine, revealing patterns, connections, and truths that were invisible before. And then, just when you feel overwhelmed, you remember the simple fact: you are not alone. Every soul that has faced fear, every shadow that has been confronted, every trembling heartbeat left a trace, and those traces, those echoes guide you, support you, and remind you that liberation is not an ending, but a passage step through. And feel the transformation. The fear that once shackled you now flows through your veins like a rip, alive and cleansing. The shadows that once whispered in dark corners now illuminate your path, teaching you, guiding you, protecting you. The unknown becomes a companion, the silence a teacher, the darkness a friend. Part 4. The echo of the soul. Even after the door closes behind you, the echoes remain. They linger in quiet corners, in the subtle shifts of air, in the heartbeat that reminds you of your own courage. Liberation does not mean forgetting fear. It means carrying it with grace, understanding it, and letting it teach. Youth, shadows you once dreaded, are now part of your rhythm. They whisper, not to scare, but to remind, not to haunt, but to guide. Every choice you make, every hesitation, every breath resonates with what you have faced and what you have survived. And here is the final truth. The soul remembers. It remembers every fear, every joy, every silence, and in that remembrance, you are never truly alone. The path you walked through darkness, the moments you trembled before the unknown, they are part of a symphony that only your soul can hear. So walk forward, not without fear, but with awareness, not without shadows, but with understanding, not without silence, but with the knowledge that even in the quietest corners, the echoes of your courage shine the brightest. The journey does not end, it transforms. And every heartbeat, every whisper, every shadow met with courage becomes a story that will echo for eternity. Finally, you arrive at the realization Freedom is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. It is not the end of shadows, but the dance with them. It is not being untouched by darkness, but being whole despite it. So, listen closely, pay attention to the stirrings within you, the heartbeat of your soul, the whispers of what has always been there, and know this. When you stop running, when you stop resisting, when you open the door, you will find that liberation was waiting inside you all along. Hit subscribe to continue exploring the mysteries of the soul and fear with me.